Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Founding Mothers of Hot and Talking podcast.
Hot and talking. Hot and talking.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Jamie.
And I'm Valerie. And we are a prompt-based podcast where we pick a prompt each week and we ask you guys to write in and then we read your stories anonymously. And what are we talking about today, Jamie?
We got festivals, baby.
Yes.
Music festivals.
Music festival stories from a few different festivals.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited.
I am too. Because we used to be little festival girlies.
100%.
Back in our primes.
What was your favorite festival?
Probably Warped Tour.
Yeah.
Because it was so, I guess at this point in my life, it was so nostalgic.
Mm-hmm.
And I had so many, great experiences, wild
Did you?
experiences, just fun, you know?
Yeah. That was my first ever festival. I feel like it was 2002 was my first Warped Tour.
Okay.
I even found the flyer for it. But my friends and I, we saved up all of our monies to buy tickets. We saved up all of our monies. We had my dad go purchase the tickets, and we didn't know that there was a fee for tickets yet because we were just in 7th grade.
We were just baby girls.
So my dad was like, "You guys owe me $100 or something like that," and we're like, "What?"
No, we don't.
I was like, "Sorry, Dad, I don't have any more money."
We did the math.
Yeah,
we did our girl math, and it didn't say
that we owed extra money. But then my brother and his wife at the time took us. It was me and my two best girlfriends, Sophia and Abby. You do Abby's hair.
Oh, I love Abby.
Yeah, we were little Avril Lavignes back then.
I love that so much.
Yeah, we had so much fun. We saw Newfound Glory. We saw Good Charlotte. Those were the two that we were fangirling over.
Yeah.
We saw the line to meet and greet Good Charlotte, but we were like, that line's so long. Let's just peek in. Let's just peek in at the table that they're at. And we're all, Benji! And he's all, and we're like, ah!
He waved at you?
We got a wave.
You're like, I'm basically married now.
Yeah, so I'm pregnant. Yeah.
He waved, I'm pregnant.
Yeah, I'm pregnant now. So that we were like, ah! Yeah.
I love that
What
so
about
much.
you? What was your fave little?
Okay, my first one, I believe, was 2000.
Ooh.
And it was when it was at Fresno State on that grassy knoll they had. Okay. And Green Day was the headliner. The sprinklers on the lawn had broke. And so it was just pure mud destruction.
Oh my God.
The crowd got in a fight, a mud fight with Green Day. Just throwing mud at them. They're throwing it back at us. We come home, we're just covered in mud.
I love being covered in mud.
It was so fucking cool. It was so much fun. And I love Green Day.
Oh my God. How fun. I wish I was doing that in the year 2000 because I was going to church with my mom. She thought the world was going to end.
Because that was the Y2K era.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
We were at church.
Yeah. And then the New Year's Eve 2000 hit and nothing ended because it's not gonna.
Yeah. But
so
a mud pit. Another mud pit?
we had a little muddy fun. Very cool.
What other festivals were you into back then?
Remember the one that we went to? Was it the No Values tour that we went to last summer?
Oh my God, that was so fun.
Okay, that one was so much fun. We saw Sublime, remember? And his son, you remember? You remember Sublime?
Dude, yeah, and Turnstile.
Yes.
God, that was so good.
And then we went up to the bleachers when Misfits started.
Yeah.
And we just saw the crowds hurting in.
Yeah.
And we're like, we've already seen them.
We're good at this.
This is terrifying.
Yeah, because if anything happened, if there was a zombie outbreak, there would be, how many people were there?
There would be a million punk zombies.
But there was like a
running
record
around.
amount of people there. It was a
insane.
huge crowd.
Yeah.
Like scary big.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm actually so glad that we're on these bleachers.
Yeah. And then we only stayed for like 3 songs and left.
Yeah. Because we were like, if we tried to leave, because even getting into No Values was atrocious.
Yeah.
Like it was hours of that. Like everyone ended
crazy.
up getting free parking because they fucked up.
Yeah. And then we got back to our hotel room, remember? And then there was bugs all over and there was like pubic hair in my bed.
No, Jamie, I didn't know about the pubic
No, I didn't tell you about that.
Not the pubic hair.
No, I had like took a shower. I was like, ew, I don't even feel clean. This is disgusting.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Let me just fucking go to sleep. I pulled the sheets back and there was pubes in my bed.
That's unacceptable.
And you had texted me. I just sat down to look at my phone and you were like, there's bugs in my room. And I was like, we're fucking out of here. And we beelined it back to Fresno. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah. We walked in and it was late. We had just got in and out. We were starving.
It's like forever. 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yes. It took forever for us to check in. And then we go inside. I've got my little cute suitcase. Donnie's got his. Immediately see bug on the wall and a bug next to the sink.
Nope.
And I was like, babe, don't even put these bags down. Put them back in the car. I'm going to go to the front office and request a refund immediately.
Yeah.
And then we did. And then we drove all the way back to Fresno.
Okay. When I was requesting my refund, there was a guy in front of me requesting a refund as well. Like, what kind of hotels are we staying in?
Okay. You know
we
what?
got to do better.
You guys, I left a review because I go through booking.com. I left a review on that place because I was like, listen, I got bamboozled by, good price next to the convention center or wherever it was. I forgot, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like, if anyone's ever seen the movie The Florida Project.
I don't think I have.
Okay. It's a really great movie, but it's about these families that live in the hotels next to Disney World in Florida.
Oh.
And it like their lives. And it's like some hotels people live in.
Yeah.
And they're like kind of dirty.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have to be clean to the standard of a new person's coming in every night.
Yeah.
It's more of like a longer stay situation for these people.
Okay.
And that's what it reminded me of. So I wrote that in the.
You know what? This one reminded me of like rent by the hour kind of hotel because the guy in front of me that was requesting a refund, there was a used condom in his trash can.
Cool.
And he was like, we're fucking out of here.
I love that he said it out loud because I was trying to be discreet.
I wasn't.
You know what? I just didn't realize they were all like that.
Yeah.
Every room was disgusting.
Every room was disgusting.
Blech.
Yeah. Don't stay there, guys.
Don't ever stay there.
I don't even remember the name of it, but it was fucking gross.
Didn't you and Josh also do Aftershock last year?
Yeah.
Because I want to go this year.
I do too.
Go?
Oh my God, who is it? I'm like blanking right now who I want to go see. But
I want to see Turnstile again.
Yes. Okay. I know it. My band is on a Sunday. I can't remember who it is. I need to look it up. But yeah, I want to go. Okay. Should we go?
Yes, because even if it's just you and I, because Donnie's like, he likes festivals, but he's also a festival hater because he would rather see one band
at a
time where I'm like, I kind of like doing both. I want to like run around and like get all frizzled and drink coffee and
maybe
run around.
We do a girls trip.
Maybe we do. A founding mothers trip.
A founding mothers trip.
Founding mothers of music.
Yeah. I love that.
I love it too.
I'm actually, my best friend just got us tickets to go see Dixon Dallas in Santa Cruz in November. And I also wanted to invite you to that. Do you know who that is?
I don't, but I'll look it up.
He is a gay country singer.
Like Orville Peck.
He is way more raunchy though.
Ooh.
He is fucking hilarious.
Okay.
So if you're down, we're going to just do a quick little overnighter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just shoot me the info after the pod.
I will. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Any other festivals you used to go to? Because I used to go to a lot. I used to be an EDC girl. I used to be a Coachella girl. I went to Symbiosis.
See, no, I've never done any of those. I felt like Coachella was always kind of just too big for me.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely way bigger now. I used to go before they did the double weekend.
Yeah, maybe if I was younger.
Yeah, my last year.
I could ride with that, but in my older days, I'm just not feeling it as much.
Yeah, it's a lot because you're camping and stuff. My last year we went was 2009. And that was really fun. And then EDC, same kind of time frame. Before kids, I think my last EDC was like when I met your brother. He was in jail and I was at my last EDC.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Fresno County.
Yeah, baby. I was waiting for my man's in jail.
You were a fucking real one for that shit, man. Fucking like little ride or die. I love it.
I'm trying to think if there was a funny story I wanted to. Oh my God. Okay. I wanted to tell a quick little EDC, my last EDC.
Tell me.
So that was the year that I went with, like, we drove my Camry and it was me and we were meeting friends from Visalia because those were like my raver friends. We would go there every weekend and do house party raves every fucking weekend. And so I had one of them in my car, my sister, and I think one other friend of ours. We were driving my Camry. We were meeting everybody else there. We end up parking the first day. We park on this random side road. Like we were like, 1, let's park somewhere free. 2, let's park somewhere where we can leave and not be in the traffic.
Yeah.
Because that's really crazy too.
Festival traffic is the worst.
It is because
you're worst.
You're coming down off of a fun night.
Yep.
You either want food or sleep.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be in traffic.
No, you don't.
So we park on this random side road.
Park smart, guys.
Park smart.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart park.
But what was I saying? We parked on the side road. We don't know the full area. This is when it was in we were in LA. So this wasn't Las Vegas. This was LA.
Yeah.
And we're done for the night. For the first night, we come back to the car and I'm like, something looks weird. And mind you, our friend that was in the car with us, there was 2 Visalia friends with us. So one of them had brought all of his Care Bears. He had to do community service at a Goodwill and someone had donated every single Care Bear. And so he got them all. He bought them all and brought them with us. He brought them with us.
Genius.
And left them in the back window so they could be seen.
I love it.
Well, you're not going to love it because somebody was probably like, these fucking ravers, and busted out 2 of my windows. Yeah.
Did they steal the Care Bears?
Stole nothing. I had my Canon camera in there. I had all of my candy beads, like the beads, because I was like, let's make beads on the way because we'll swap off who's driving. We'll just make candy.
Wait. That's rude.
It was rude. And so the second day, I was like so sad that I sold my ticket and just like slept in our friend's hotel room. And I was like, this isn't for me. This isn't for me. And then we had to drive home.
Sucks. That sucks.
You know what? Every other year was amazing. And if I went again, I know it would be amazing.
Because we're older and wiser now.
Yeah.
And we know how to navigate things a lot
I was just
better.
a baby.
Yeah.
I was so young. I was
learning.
I was like 20, 21.
Yeah.
So we drove home after that weekend. We drove home from LA back to Fresno with plastic garbage bags taped to the windows. And it was all
wait, you had to go through the grapevine with plastic bags?
Yes.
Oh, poor angel.
I know.
I hate that.
It was a learning experience, like you said, you know?
Yeah. You know what? Sometimes you got to go through that weird shit to get to the other side and just to know better, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking bummer.
We did Symbiosis, which was another EDM, like raver style festival that was like in the middle of Yosemite. It was like we'd had to drive through Yosemite to get there. It was at a place called Camp Mather. And it was a clothing optional
I love that
festival
Did you see a lot of dicks?
Not as
And
many
boobs?
as you would think, but because it was it was like a campground, and then there was a lake, and during the day, everyone was like there was a good amount of nudes there. There was like even nude kids, like nudist families were there because it was very
Love that.
it was very like, this was also I think 2008 or something.
Okay.
So it was before like the real influencer like filming everything.
Yes.
Like we brought disposable cameras still.
Yes. Yeah.
Like we were taking pictures with disposable cameras because I didn't want I think I brought my Canon, but I kind of was sparingly using it because I didn't want to lose it.
Yeah.
You know? But there was this lady who was dressed like a full real mermaid at the lake, just hanging out on the shore and like swimming around. And I think she was topless. But I was like, oh my God, you are a real mermaid, aren't you?
She probably was.
It was really cool.
She was probably acting like a human as a mermaid.
She probably
but
lived
she was
there in the
probably
lake.
a real mermaid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a fun experience. It was a lot of dancing and psychedelics at night. It was like dark except for all of the like strobe lights and like magic lights, and you could see the Milky Way if you laid out on this big blacktop. Because they had it was like a little basketball court thing, and at one point we were like, let's go lay down for a second. And we laid down, looked straight up, and you could see the full Milky Way because there's no other light pollution like in the city.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
I know. There was a meteor shower a couple days ago.
Yeah.
On the full moon.
Beth Lemon. Oh, was it the full moon? Beth Lemon sent us something about the meteor shower, but I was like,
oh, did she?
Yeah, in our little group chat.
Okay, I haven't checked.
Little no responder over here.
Haven't checked my messages, guys. I've been working 10-hour days at the salon. It's been fucking wild.
It's okay. You're busy. You don't even have time to read our stupid memes.
But I love to. I want to.
You know what? I would love to get away to see a meteor shower peaking soon. It's just so hard in the city.
I know.
We got to get out into the mountains some more.
I know.
Before
touch
it
grass.
gets cold. Yeah.
I know.
Do you have any other things to share? Oh, you have an uncanny valley.
Okay.
Situation.
Want to touch on the uncanny valley?
Let's do some like some revisiting things from last week because I do want to know more about your uncanny valley stuff.
It is one of my new favorite obsessions, Valerie. Like I love it so much. Okay, so there is I'm going to read what an uncanny valley is really quick. Uncanny valley is a term to describe the unsettling or eerie feeling people get when something, usually a robot, computer generated character, or AI. I'm going to throw in aliens for good measure on this one because I think that aliens can definitely look like us.
Right. Or alien infused with human DNA.
I mean, yes. And we can get into how we were created later, but I think it was aliens and apes. I'm just saying. I think they procreated together.
Hey.
I don't know. Okay, so this story took place in Mexico. Okay. There is this library in Mexico that holds these stories and transcripts from this particular story. And you have to to get the story, you have to write them a letter. And I didn't write them a letter, but somebody else did. And I took that from them, you know?
Yes.
So you have to write this library a letter to get these transcripts because it's so put away.
Okay,
they don't really
sacred.
they don't really want a ton of people knowing about it, I guess.
So you have to submit a request to view them?
Yes.
Okay.
This man was a pilot in Mexico and he took off flying on a solo flight and he fell asleep. But during the time that he was asleep, which was about an hour, he was communicating with this other person also in Mexico that was part of the air traffic control system.
Okay.
And he was like, you've been flying in circles. Like, what are you doing? And he is talking about how it's not him. There is another being that took over his voice. They said that they were using him as a microphone.
Okay.
And so when this guy finally came to, they played all the transcripts and they played back all the footage or the voice memos, whatever you call it. And this transcript said that you're not alone. Like, we're very much like you.
Mm-hmm.
We are all very much the same type of being, but you guys are a little more advanced than us at this point. And I'm like, fucking aliens, dude.
Wait,
like,
so
aliens.
The person that was the thing that was taking over his body said that we are more advanced, or they are more advanced?
That we are more advanced.
Really?
Which I always thought that they would be.
Yeah, because like Area 51, like it's like.
And I don't know how true this story is. I thought it would just be fun to tell. But
yeah, no, that is fun. It's very interesting. And I feel like we should do an entire
deep dive on
episode in October. We should do, because we're going to do haunt and talking.
Yeah.
For all 5 weeks, 4 weeks.
4 weeks, yeah.
How many Mondays do we have in October?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But we're going to have that many episodes, and we're going to do different.
Oh, yeah, we have 5.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Yeah. So we'll do, maybe one will be Uncanny Valley. So you guys should send us in your weird and crazy Uncanny Valley stories for that.
And tell me if I'm wrong on anything also.
Don't ever tell her she's wrong.
I love knowledge. I like to be corrected sometimes. Sometimes I think I know what I'm talking about, and I really don't.
That's what makes life fun, is being a little bit wrong and a little bit not knowing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's my Uncanny Valley. I'm thoroughly like interested in all of this. Yeah.
I'm into it if you're into it.
And
actually, I am into it because the kids are always saying like, that's so uncanny.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like a thing now?
I mean, I think that term's always been a thing. Like, oh my God, it's so uncanny.
Yeah.
But I feel like people use it wrong. And then like,
I feel like they do too.
Yeah, but the kids know what it means because it's a thing that they talk about on the TikToks. I don't know, but
okay.
But
maybe
yeah, they're
not
always
on that side of TikTok. I need to get on there.
Yeah, because whenever we're going, because when we go camping, we love to talk about scary things like skinwalkers and Mothman. Like we like to get spooked out because
we should do a camping stories. Because I have some.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do a prompt on camping stories. I feel like we could have a lot.
Oh, definitely.
We can make a whole podcast just us two.
Right?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Did anything happen to you this week?
The kids went back to school today.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
The
boys went back to school.
The boys are back in school.
Kindergartner and 6th grade. It's crazy. And I love their teachers, so all good. Dropped them off this morning.
Good.
Yeah. But no, I mean,
just working for you. Working and
man. I'm over it. Like I'm ready to retire.
You know what is always good is to just block a day off.
I know.
That's what I do it all the time.
Well, I only work 3 days a week, so I can't like complain too much.
Yeah. Well, I work 4.
But I feel like sometimes my home life gets so much more busy than like my work life.
100%.
That I'm like, at least I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
To do hair,
100%. Yeah. Because sometimes it's like working is a getaway.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
I know. Because I have such great clients and a great partner, 2 great partners.
Yeah.
So,
you know what?
I don't mind.
Speaking of work, I've always wanted to do massage at a festival event. Like I've always wanted like EDM or like anything really, but like sometimes when people are like rolling.
Yeah.
And they just need physical touch.
That would be such a good idea.
I
You
know.
could like rub glitter all over them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I and it wouldn't have to be like a full actual massage, but more like compression or like a chair massage.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people just want to feel the heaviness of touch. Same with people with autism.
Yeah.
It's like the
Like
hugs
a
and the
weighted blanket.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna look into that.
I think you should.
Yeah. Or if anyone knows anyone that does that or needs that,
Yeah.
let me know.
Let me know. Let her know.
Let me know.
We know more.
Mork. Let me know.
So did Dad.
What time are we at right now? Okay. Maybe we should do some Q&A and some
Yeah. Our
some
favorite part of the day.
Yeah. Yay. Okay. Let's do, I think these are the questions. No, I think these are the questions.
I think those are these are the questions. Those are the Mary
We can't say that.
Oh,
it's Mary Funk Grill from now on, guys, just because YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, they don't like us saying the bad words.
okay.
And our audio gets taken down.
I really need to get better about saying curse words, guys.
I think curse words are fine. Like because we can bleep anything out that's a curse word, but when it's grill, they don't like that because it's like a terrorist threat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What made you want to start a podcast together? Are you guys sisters or friends?
I love this question.
Both. All.
Yeah.
All of it.
Well, we wanted to start this podcast together because we love each other and we're funny and fun.
And we like to chat.
And we like to chit chat and we like to learn things and we like to be cute.
We like to just be silly. We like to be fun. We want to engage with people. And for the sister question or sister friend part, she is technically my ex-sister-in-law, but we don't say that. She is my sister.
Right.
In my heart, you are my sister. Like I love you like my sister, like a sister.
Right. Same. I tell everyone.
/ best friend.
Yeah.
Like we got it all in one.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I definitely.
She divorced my brother, but not me. I wouldn't let her. I didn't allow it.
Never. Yeah, I tell everyone that you're just my sister.
Yeah, same.
And then it's like, oh yeah, because technically my last name is still McMaster legally, but I go by O'Brien for work and everything. But like I have to sign all my documents.
McMaster.
McMaster.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, we're basically sisters.
We are.
Because we have the same last name.
Love you.
I love you. So that answers that.
That was a good question.
Yeah, that was a really good question. All right, what do we have next? Okay. Do you add a little milk or water to your scrambled eggs to make them fluffy? Have you ever tried that?
Yes, I have.
Me too. Do you prefer milk or did they milk or water? Yeah, I do water.
I don't really do either. Guinevere does milk.
Does she? I used to do milk. Do milk.
Well, we don't drink regular milk in my house because we all get
lactose.
We all get tummy aches.
Yeah.
So we drink almond milk or goat milk.
Ew.
So it's not bad.
No, I've had goat milk before and it tastes too gamey. It's
really?
It's too like, no thank you for me.
See, I guess I grew up eating some really weird shit. So like the gamey like aspect of it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But yeah, almond milk is like what we do.
Okay.
So yeah, she does almond milk in her eggs.
Oh,
and
interesting.
I just don't. Salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Mess that shit up.
If I'm making scrambled eggs for a meal for the whole family and not just for myself, because I would rather have a fried egg if it's just like me and Donnie.
Same.
Because we'll do steak and fried eggs for dinner, like a lot.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But when
I did that the other night. Yeah.
We do it so much. It's my favorite meal.
Dude, it's so
but
good.
when I do scrambled eggs for like say there's a sleepover and I'm making giant breakfast for the girls. I'll crack all my eggs in a big bowl, turn the water on, and then whisk, and they get to be so fluffy. And I'll add a little. It kind
of stretches it a little.
Yeah, well, it just makes them more like, I don't know, like restaurant style.
Okay.
And then I'll put a little garlic powder, a little onion powder, salt, pepper, and I'll mix it in and then cook it.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah. Mwah.
Love
it's my favorite way to make it for other people.
I love that.
Are we doing another?
One more?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Says, what would you do if when you okay? So he said yes. Would you go? What does that mean?
You know what?
Am I okay?
Okay, you know what?
Am I okay right now?
You're okay. And I'm gonna should I tell everyone who wrote that just because it's funny?
Yeah.
Your fucking daughter.
I'm dead. Which one?
Sienna.
What would you do if when you okay? So he said yes. Would you go? I don't know how to answer that, Sienna. God damn it.
I think she's trolling us.
Was she fucking with us? You little shit.
I forgot that I actually wrote that one in there. She's fucking ridiculous.
I feel like she did that shit on purpose because I told her that I needed to clear my throat chakra and I kept stuttering.
When did he go? Would you go?
I feel like, you little fucker. God.
You little fuckers. I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding.
Me in the ass. I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. Okay. Are these the
Mary Funk Grills?
The Mary Funk Grills? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. That was hilarious.
Ooh, okay. Mary Funk Grill, Post Malone, Jelly Roll, Ted Swims.
Ooh, that's a good one. I would definitely marry Post Malone because I want to be with that man for the rest of my life. I feel like I would funk Jelly Roll. And I don't want to say that I would grill Teddy Swims because I love him.
Okay, I just had to Google who Teddy Swims is.
I love him so much. Well, that one's a hard one.
Okay.
But I low-key would definitely want to funk Jelly Roll.
You're going to funk Jelly Roll?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I would.
I don't know.
I like them big boys sometimes.
Teddy Swims, is he cool?
Yeah, he's like a ginger.
He's like
cute.
The cross between Post Malone and Jelly Roll, to be honest.
He's actually I think he's cute. And he's got an amazing voice.
Okay, then let's say I'm going to funk Teddy Swims, kill Jelly Roll, marry Post Malone.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. Let's go. All right. Mary Funk Grill. Paul Rudd, Pauly Shore, Paul Walker. Rip though, for real. What are you thinking?
Okay. Paul Rudd, Pauly Shore, Paul Walker. Although I think Pauly Shore is one of the funniest people ever. Love him in everything.
I do too.
Encino Man.
I know.
What's the one where he gets taken home?
Like the farmer's daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah. But we're gonna go ahead and grill him. I'm gonna grill him up on the barbecue.
I think I would too.
I'm going to marry Paul Rudd because
same.
Also, he is so funny and so just his.
He might be Uncanny Valley.
He might be Uncanny Valley.
Because he doesn't age.
Not a bit.
Not a single fucking wrinkle on that face.
And we're gonna funk Paul Walker.
Yeah.
And we all know why.
Those eyes, are you kidding me?
Yeah. although, you know what? I'm not gonna say it because R.I.P.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't speak ill of the dead.
Well, we can do whatever we want.
We can, but I
small wiener.
No, I just saw something that he may have dated a young girl.
Oh,
you know, as they do.
You know what?
But you know
that's in the past now.
Yeah, he's gone now.
He's not alive. Are we doing one more?
Let's do another. Yeah,
let's do another. Go ahead.
Okay. The last one. Mary Funk Grill, Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, and Tigger.
Winnie the Pooh. I feel like I would. Oh man, why are you guys making me kill fucking precious treasures over here? God, you guys. Okay, I feel like I would grill Tigger. I just feel like he's very he gets a little obnoxious, a little too in your face.
I think that's why I would funk him.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna funk Tigger. I'm gonna grill Eeyore, and I'm gonna marry Pooh.
Okay, I think I'm gonna agree with you.
He wouldn't bother me,
and I just feel like Eeyore just wouldn't. He's not good at anything. Not being a husband,
being depressed.
Not a big dick. Big donkey dick.
Well, hey,
you know what? He is a donkey.
Hey,
I don't know.
You never know.
Weird.
We're weird. Those were great. You guys keep sending those in. We did get a few more last night. I need to put them in the basket.
Oh my gosh. Keep sending them, you guys. Those are one of my favorite parts of the podcast.
I agree.
The Q&As and the MFKs.
Yeah, you can send those in anytime. DM us at literally anytime, and we'll just throw them in the basket. Let's get into some listener stories, though.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, you're up first.
All right, get on here, baby.
What we're gonna do is I organized these stories in order of festival. So first, we're gonna start with ManFest. We got one listener story from ManFest that was here locally.
Okay.
So go ahead and.
All right. Number 1, y'all. Okay. I got choked and punched out for stage diving at KRZR's ManFest. The stage was 12 inches from the crowd 12 feet from the crowd.
Right? Or is that inches?
That's inches.
I thought the two
were inches.
Yeah, that's a.
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't know
anything. I'm just a girl. Okay. Just doing my best. It was 12 feet from the crowd and I had to run past security to get there. Definitely not something that was being allowed that day. I mean, but honestly, good for you because concert surf crowding is very fun.
Yeah.
I did it one time at the Warped Tour and it was
everything you ever dreamed of?
Everything you ever dreamed of.
Do you feel like light as a feather, stiff as a board?
Yeah, I did.
Can we play that on the beach?
On the beach, take me to the waves.
Yeah. The fact that they got choked and punched out, though, hey, calm down, security. That
was a little aggressive.
Yeah, we don't need to be punching and choking people out ever.
Yeah, that's just a little too much.
And that's assault. I don't think you have the.
And it was probably just a baby.
Calm down.
Let them fucking festival. Come on.
Stupid ass security guards. Okay, we're gonna move on to Warped Tour. We have 4 listener stories from Warped Tour, and I'm gonna start with this one. Quick and funny / gross little story here. It was Warped Tour 2018. I had just watched Every Time I Die, and I was heading to see my favorite band, The Used. They were close to the bigger neighboring stage. On the edge of the pit, I see a guy pull out a gallon size freezer bag of homemade spaghetti and starts eating it. I usually smuggle alcohol into shows, but with those food prices, I understood. Anyway, later, while I'm moshing to The Used, I pass by the same area the spaghetti guy was in, and I see the biggest pile of vomit on the ground. Obviously spaghetti, and by the looks of it, he may have ate most of the bag himself.
Okay, first of all, barfing up spaghetti is one of the worst things I've ever done in my life.
I actually have a friend that no, listen, he cannot look at spaghetti. Like, you can't talk about spaghetti in front of him because one time he watched his dad throw up spaghetti. And so he will not tolerate spaghetti talk. And I used to kind of be like, hey, you want to go get a spaghetti dinner? And he'd be like, stop.
Just rename our podcast Spaghetti and
Spaghetti,
Talking.
Spaghetti, Mom Spaghetti. The spaghetti on a spaghetti already. Mom Spaghetti. That's fucking nasty, though.
That is hilarious.
And I, too, have smuggled alcohol into festivals. I would, you know what? I'm going to tell you guys my secret. I won't gatekeep it because I don't do it anymore because I don't even drink. Yeah, the breast milk bags. Mm-hmm. Used to fill it up with Jaeger for my man, a little J-Mo for me.
Yep.
Put one under the boob. Yep. Just looks like you got a nice rack.
Yep.
But it's liquid.
I've done it a million times. Mm-hmm. Those plastic bags are everything.
Yeah, because those bags are meant for breast milk, so they're leak proof. Yeah. They're perfect. Yep. I used to keep them in my glove compartment. Yeah. So I never had, I'd be like, oh, let's grab one and festival time.
Yep. I know. Because they can't metal detect or plastic.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Biohazard during Fishbone. My worst moment at Warped Tour was probably the bros who are forcing their way through too tight of spaces without even trying to clear a path. They ripped the continuous glucose monitor right out of my arm. So yay, now I'm a biohazard during Fishbone. Sucks for you, baby. Like, rude. But otherwise, I love Warped Tour every year. The problem is always men who just shove through and push their way through the crowd. I also get through tight spaces. I'll be a little slower without ever having to shove through and risk pulling a medical device out of a stranger's arm. Yeah, you know what? And I think this is a good story because I think that it brings awareness to, like,
the fact that not everyone has the same luxuries as you. Like, they might have a hidden medical device.
Yes.
And they want to have a good time too.
Yes.
So be mindful.
Be mindful of your space and other people's spaces. And I get, like, how crowds get at concerts and stuff, but also there's no reason to just be rage fucking crowding.
Right.
You know?
And that's a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
But
it is.
Yeah. And bless this young festival goer.
I know.
You know, braving the goddamn crowds with her glucose monitor.
I know. Little angel. Gosh.
Just trying to have a good time. All right. On to the next. This one's called Peeing in Reverse.
I just like, I'm very curious. Read this. Hurry up.
My husband and best friend got peed on during falling in reverse at Warped Tour. Dude just whipped it out and started peeing on their legs because he was so drunk and didn't want to lose a spot. One of the best parts for me, worst for them.
I would have probably punched you in the fucking face.
Oh,
if you peed on me.
But imagine it's 100%. Jelly roll. Imagine it's
jelly roll peeing on me,
like a big guy. Oh. You know, not just like. Not like that, Jamie.
Like, I might
You're all, wait, I do like pee stuff.
I might allow that. I don't know.
No, but imagine it's like this giant drunk dude just like, didn't want to lose my spot, brother. And just starts wazzing.
I would have grabbed his dick and fucking yanked on it. Yeah. Be like, you want to keep peeing, bitch? Like,
yeah,
guess
then let's go get a room. Just kidding. No, I would be so mad if I got peed on.
One time, be pissed.
Oh my God, we used to go to Love Fest, another like EDM style thing in San Francisco. And we were not even in the festival yet. It was like a donation based thing where you could just like shove in $20 to these people or whatever. And we're out like on the outskirts, like everyone's trying to go in. And all of a sudden, this fucking guy starts throwing up. And he throws up on this cute girl in this tutu on her back. And they don't know each other. she's getting completely covered in this guy's vomit.
No.
And she's like crying now. Like, she's like, what the hell? Like, I don't even know this guy.
Yeah.
And then there's like the volunteer workers, like, and they're like trying to help. And she's just like, the festival hasn't even started. She's covered in somebody else's barf.
Like, give this girl a fucking shower and a new outfit.
Yeah. Like, buy her a new wardrobe. Go take her to H&M. And like, I don't know. I just remember that.
Wild.
It was so disgusting.
You know what? Barf is something that other people's barf, I can't do it either. I can deal with a lot of weird, gross shit. And I can hold June bugs in my toes. Like,
Yeah.
Barf.
That's coming from inside of your body.
Yep.
With an acid.
Don't want that.
That smells so bad. Ruined. They ruined.
Ruined it. I hate that. All right. So, dead weight. NGL, people.
Not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie.
Mummy over here. I don't know.
I thought it was a band.
NGL, MGK.
Guys, I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. Okay.
She's very uncanny valley right now.
I'm very uncanny valley. Oh, I would love that. Okay, not gonna lie, the people on drugs at Warped Tour refusing to go sit down and continuing to drop dead weight on people in the crowd was awful. This one girl kept falling, and every time she did, she'd pick up something off the ground and throw it. It was 303.
That's the name of the band.
303. Not heavy metal, LMAO. One time she grabbed a juice.
A juiced up fruit cup.
Juiced up fruit cup. And all the juice went straight into her man's ear. And the poor lady is behind us. We almost fought her. You should have fought her.
Yeah. Same with the pee guy.
Pee
guy, juice girl, like,
just
stop.
You know what? Sometimes people just need to learn their lessons the hard way.
You just need to get bopped. Just a quick bop on the head.
Yeah.
Hey, no.
Knock it off. Yeah. Stop it.
Don't do that.
But see, and this is where I feel like people don't know, like, I mean, there's not a lot of etiquette that goes along with festivals, but there is like a personal respect you should have for people,
I think
right?
There is etiquette because like people that are going to festivals every year,
yes,
like
there should be, they know how to behave.
Yeah, it's like an unwritten thing. Just like with like going to hot springs and things like that. Like there's an unwritten rule book. You just like look things up, guys.
They just have no regard for anybody but themselves, and that's rude. Don't do that.
Don't do it. We're going to move on to the Shambhala Festival, and this is a festival that Donnie and I we watch videos on this festival all the time. It's in British Columbia.
Okay,
and it's like EDM, kind of more like a lot of people do psychedelics here, and just have like a very good time. And we've watched a lot of, I forget the guy's name, but he goes there every year and he'll interview people on like what drugs they're doing.
Oh,
so a lot of
interesting.
Yeah, I'll send you the link because
I would love to watch that.
He's a really cool guy, but a lot of the stories that we were sent are about hallucinogenics and things like that, and people on them. So I'm going to start with this one. I've got a story that is both best and worst of Shambhala Festival. It's 2005, Friday night. I happened to have a bottle of strong liquid LSD. Started the night off good. I kept taking drops. I don't know how many in the long run, but it was more than 30. I broke off from the group to go get water. Mistake number one. I got my water fine, but I was distracted by going back to camp. On the way back, I made new friends. It gets interesting here. So I wander with them for an hour before I realize they aren't real. They were hallucinations. Mistake number two. Whatever. I went with it. Now things take a turn for the worse. I'm peaking, but it came very fast. I got disoriented. Walked away from the road because there were cars. I don't want to get hit. I get tangled in barbed wire, which I got out of, but now I'm in the swamp somehow. At this point, I don't know where I am, but I'm struggling to walk. My feet are in muddy water and I'm getting deeper and deeper. when suddenly, in a flurry of laughter and hallucinations, the hallucinations disappeared and the moon was at my chin. What do you mean by your chin, you ask? It was the reflection of the moon on the water. I was head deep in water. I now realize where I am. Oh, fuck. I need to get out of the water, I'm thinking. I did. Someone on the road saw me and picked me up, soaking wet, and put me in their car. Thank you, kind people. They dropped me off at the closest security checkpoint. They call first aid. I end up in the sanctuary until I come down. The next morning, I make it back to camp and tell my friends. They were scared for me because they knew what I had been up to that night. I had a great time, but the worst reality check, excuse me, the worst reality check ever when I saw that moon on my chin.
I love this story so much.
Yeah. Well, you're a moon girl.
What?
Yeah.
I know. I moved the moon one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so did this person.
Girl, contact me. No, that is amazing because going off on your own little adventures when you're in that like mental space.
Sometimes you have to.
So fucking cool.
Yeah.
Not to have any distractions of anybody else's energy. You're just out there doing it all by yourself.
You're vibing.
Just being a big girl.
Yeah, figuring it out.
I love it.
Boy or girl.
I absolutely love that story. It kind of reminds me of that story. Do you remember that video that was kind of viral a couple of years ago about the girl that was making out with a tree?
No.
You don't remember this?
I don't think so.
Molly
Ringwald in Superstar? I don't know.
No, she like really thought that this tree was like somebody that she was making out with it.
Oh my God.
And her friends, like everybody's around recording her and her friends finally like, I guess, snap into it.
I think I do know.
And they go and grab her and she's like, oh my lost love.
Oh, shit.
You know? Freaking hilarious.
She might have been in a dimension where that tree was Bigfoot or something.
You know what? I hope she was.
Okay, this one's for you, Jamie, because I feel like this is up your alley also.
Porn stars. Okay, maybe the most iconic moment that lives rent-free in my head happened 2 years ago. I don't remember who was playing, but it was between 10 p.m. and midnight at the Village, and they were popular. So the stage is fairly packed, not, what's that word?
Excision. But it's tight.
Excision. Okay. But it's tight. I'm there with a friend near the back, enjoying a show part. Enjoying the show. Part way in. I don't have my glasses or my contacts on, guys. Okay. Part way in, two people start dancing and they both look like porn stars. A cut and muscular guy wearing a fur vest and what looks like leather pants, and a girl who appears to have had some work done in a pink bikini. Love some work, girl. Space opens around them as their dancing gets larger. And they're right in front of us, directly between us and the stage. Every time we look at them, the dancing is escalating. At one point, the woman suddenly had her breasts out and was wearing nipple clamps.
Get it?
I love nipple clamps. A few minutes later, she's wearing a leash and a collar. I'm fairly certain the guy was getting blown shortly after that. Oh, my God, the story's so good. They keep dancing through all of these scene changes, and it almost looks scripted with how well it was done. They keep escalating, and by the end of the set, there's like 10 to 15 feet diameter space around them, and she's grinding on him, I think, while he's in her and standing in the middle of this circle. They're taking whippets regularly throughout all of this. Every 5 to 10 minutes, my friend and I would notice the escalation and just turn to each other in disbelief. Truly burned into my retinas. The best experience to happen to me personally is just a bunch of random inside jokes with friends, maybe walking back to camp at like 3 a.m. after the guys in the group let the girls do their makeup. We're all coming down off of a great night. The cool air is drying our moist skin from dancing. And in a moment of silence, one of my friends screams out, "Damn it. I have to take this fucking makeup off." And we all lost it. My worst experience, other than getting into the festival, which is usually one of the worst experiences of my year. And I don't include the festival since it's such an outlier, is getting back home with COVID last year. To be honest, nothing terrible has happened at the festival. It's kind of a special place.
And that's the consensus is that this festival, like, I want to go so bad, but it's in British Columbia. It's so far.
I love it.
But I think we should do it.
I think
we should
I'm
do
down.
it at some point. Yeah.
I'm down. Because I want to experience all of that. I want to see a guy walking a girl or vice versa. And then fucking
doing all that stuff.
Fucking around a
Okay, I'm going to read one more from this festival. 10 years ago, I was dancing with a girl on one of the raised up dancing platforms at the village. We were having a great time. 30 minutes later, we decided to go get water because we really needed it. We slowly made our way through the crowd with linked hands. Then, literally a few meters in front of the water store, there at the back of the village, she gets super tired all of a sudden and says she needs to sit down. So we sit down for a second and she's getting super handsy, kissy with me. And as I'm holding her, she just passes out in my arms, completely unresponsive all of a sudden. It was a crazy turn for the worst. And so I start yelling for help. I can't even believe what's happening. There are people all around us staring, and the people at the store saw what was happening, and they immediately radioed the emergency crew. Within about 2 minutes, the medical buggy arrived and took her away. I'm, of course, completely in shock. I had just met this girl. She said she hadn't taken anything when I asked her before, but clearly something was up. It turned sour in an instant from the highest of highs into a complete nightmare. Needless to say, my entire night was pretty much ruined. I was in an altered, sensitive state myself, so it was all very intense to process. I then walked over to the medical tent because I needed to know that she was going to be all right. And after interrogating me, the crew tells me that she's only 17 years old and had snuck into the festival and had pulled the exact same stunt the night before and also ended up in emergency. She had like 5 different substances in her blood, including GHB. It fucked me up for a really long time afterwards, as you can imagine. Crazy stuff. Be careful who you mingle with. That's the moral of the story. I felt so dumb, even though it wasn't my fault. I was 28 at the time. It occurred around midnight on a Saturday night.
There's so many moving parts in that.
Yeah.
Like, and see, this is why I'm going to get a little deep here, but girls should not be out underage at shit like this. Because
yeah, but they
guarantee
do
you, if something would have happened to her, she would have screamed all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't love that.
I know that's
because it put the other person in a really bad position.
right.
You know, like if you're going to go out and do festivals, like be responsible about it at the same time.
Yeah. I liked the moral of this story because you don't know who you're mingling with.
Yeah.
At any festival, like you kind of have to be on your better, like have a good judgment meter.
Yeah.
You know,
have
and
a
learn.
frontal lobe.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it does suck when the underage people, girls and boys, they kind of sneak in and make it hard for people to, I don't know, just have a good time without having to worry about that on top of, you know, drug use and
that's what I'm
staying
saying.
hydrated.
Yeah. It just puts everybody in a bad situation. So don't do that either.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move on to some Electric Daisy Carnival / EDC stories.
And Jamie, I have a friend that she was one of the dancers, like the go-go dancers, and they would dress up like super elaborate.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So cute. So, okay, this is called Clowning Around, guys. Timed up in line. Did I read that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Timed up in line, waiting for the Ferris wheel with the wife to be on it during fireworks. It was just the two of us. We were ready for a memorable and slightly naughty experience. It's our turn as we were about to get loaded onto the ride. Then coming from the exit side came these EDC clowns dressed like Elf on a Shelf style. They were the silent type. That's creepy.
Yeah. So I was messaging with this person on Reddit, and they actually sent me a picture of them together on the top of the Ferris wheel that the clowns had taken, and they're so cute.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
The couple or the clowns?
The couple. I didn't get a picture of the clowns, but they were basically...
I can't wait to see.
They basically invaded their naughty private time on the Ferris wheel. Because when you are at EDC, it is all about the visuals. So they were timed up to be on, a high Ferris wheel to see everything during the fireworks. And then
the Elf on the Shelves ended up in their box with them.
Yeah.
He's mortifying. Like, I'm trying to fuck this girl on a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, I'm trying to finger my wife.
During fireworks. Like, that's a magical moment.
Yeah, that's so funny. But yeah, they were super cute.
Bummer for you, my guy.
They said they still had a good time, though.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they got some good pictures. So.
Okay, good.
All right, this one is called No Goodies for Me, thanks. Seeing a man have a full-down psychedelic meltdown at Circuit Grounds during Keizo's set. The worst part was I was about to ingest some myself. Poor guy was having a full-blown terror trip in the middle of the set, in the middle of the crowd. He was pulling at his hair and screaming like he was dying. The aggressive music wasn't helping, and his friends didn't know what to do in that situation. Ground control had to intervene. Seeing a grown man trying to scratch his eyes out, hiding between his friend's legs because the trip was so real, kind of shook me. Needless to say, I sobered up and it made me not want to take any goodies that night.
What a bummer.
I know. Seeing a bad trip like that will change your vibe.
1,000,000%. Yeah. No, that trying to scratch your eyeballs out.
Oof. No,
Yikes.
One time at
That's
EDC
scary.
in LA, we dropped acid.
Mhm.
I think we did like 2 drops. And so and then it all we took one and thought it wasn't working. So we got another one and then it really worked. And then everybody we walked by, you could tell if they were on Molly because their eyes get all weird. And I swear to God, everybody looked like gremlins. And so we left early.
That's why you have to wear sunglasses.
Yeah.
Guys, protect yourself and protect everybody around you.
Protect others because you might look like a gremlin to somebody on LSD.
Oh my gosh. That is fucking wild.
Okay.
Right.
This is another story it's similar, but you go ahead with this one.
Okay. Be there for your friends, guys. Walking back to the ride share area the morning of day 2, and my friend group sees paramedics chasing this young man around who was shouting, "No, they're trying to get me." He legit looked like he was fearing for his life the whole time the paramedics were trying to help. Kid couldn't have been more than 18 to 20. My group stopped and tried to help, but we were unsuccessful. The kid needed his friends and they flat out failed him. Be careful of the substances you ingest and also make sure you trust the group of people that you're with. That right there.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get an applause?
Yes.
Always go with good people because my rule of thumb, you leave with who you came with. Right?
Right. Yeah.
If you came together, we're leaving together.
Right. You don't
I don't
leave,
care what I don't care what you're doing.
Yeah, no man left behind.
Yes.
Yeah.
That should be there should be a little rule book.
Yeah, that is
I love that.
Yeah, always be there for your friends.
100%. Always. Because it's very important. A lot of things could happen.
Anything could happen. And you know what? This next story it kind of goes into that. Yeah.
Love it. Okay.
And this one's called Always Have a Way Home. My most memorable day at EDC was day 3. I lost all of my friends. I see this really hot mom. Why not take a shot? So I go up to her and start dancing near her. She sees me and starts dancing close to me. We talk and she asked me where I'm staying. I replied, the Strip. She was really happy about it because that's where she was staying too. She asked me how I was getting back. I said, no idea. I lost everyone. I asked the same thing. She says she has a lift and she's going to ask if I can join in. she's going up to this other really, really hot chick. She walks over and sees me, asks if I can be trusted and if I won't try to do anything weird. I say, yes, you can trust me. Anyways, I'm not in the shape to try anything sketch. I'm high on Molly. She says, okay, and smiles. I was happy then. Me and the mom get closer and start dancing and about to get it on. Then the other chick comes and blocks the mom and starts dancing with me. I ask, so who are you? Where are you from? She ends up being the daughter of the mom and she's a model. I was in shock. So I'm being tug of war between these two. We leave a bit early to skip the traffic. As we're walking, I'm starting to come down and I just want to sleep. The mom and daughter tell me they're both high on Molly, shrooms, and weed. I ask, who's driving? The daughter is driving. I'm already at the car and I can't back away now. I'm lost and Ubers are $150 in Canadian money. So I get in the car, zigzagging around traffic at super high speeds while the mom is holding a bong for the daughter to smoke out of. And she asks all these random questions like, how much money do you make? What gym do you go to? I simply said, it's a local gym in Quebec. While they are driving like crazy, I'm getting ready for the worst. I'm texting my friend, I'm going to die. Sending a video of us hitting the side of the road while at the same time having Uber open and ready to call in case of a crash and I need to run away. 1 hour later, the longest hour ever, I said, well, thanks for the lift. Good luck in both your lives. I ran like crazy into the hotel, never got the names or snaps or Instagrams, just got the fuck out. Lesson learned. Always have a way back to your place.
Oh my God.
Shit.
I would have been terrified.
Yeah.
Like terrified.
Yeah, where you're like, ooh, I'm going to have a threesome.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, I'm going to die.
But you can't really have a threesome with a mom and a daughter. That's
Listen, Jamie.
Weird.
Listen, Jamie.
Even I have boundaries, okay?
It sounded like these ladies didn't have boundaries because what the fuck?
What the fuck?
This sounded like I thought for sure that if this story was going to end in a three-way, like gross, super gross. Yeah. But that's what it was sounding like. But I am glad that he ran. He just ran away.
I'm very glad as well.
Okay.
Oh my,
that was fucking wild.
Gosh.
But let's jump to Coachella because I know we are running out of time.
Okay.
And these ones are kind of short.
Okay.
Poop River? Do Poop River.
Okay. Poop River. We were walking night 2 to watch DJ Snake in the Sahara, 24 feet.
No, that's 20. This was from 2024.
Oh.
Coachella 2024.
See,
yeah.
I'm learning things and then I don't know things. See?
I know. I should have edited
I don't know shit about fuck, okay? When the Porta Potties backed up and created a poop river right before the set, most of the crowd moved left to a shallow area to jump over the smallest part. And we saw someone jump and slip backwards into the poop river. I said to myself, damn, that's crazy. He got up and continued walking towards the set.
Okay. Yeah, that's nasty.
I would have just gotten naked. I would rather just, yeah.
Doo-doo germs. This reminded me
You're gonna get E. coli, my dude.
Exactly, E. coli.
You know?
Yeah. This reminded me of one of the years we went to Coachella, and I don't know if they just didn't like calculate the amount of porta potties they were going to need for the weekend, but we went into several of them and they were so high with shit. People started sticking glow sticks into the shit for fun. And we were like on mushrooms. And so we were like,
that's
what the
funny.
fuck is happening? It was so nasty, but like so funny.
I think that it would be funny, but I don't like other people's shit. Like, I don't want to smell that.
I don't want to smell it. I don't want to see it.
I make Josh, when we go to concerts and stuff with porta potties, I make him stand at the door and keep it cracked so that I can like breathe.
Yeah.
And he stands in front of the door for me while I was.
You know, something funny that my sister told me when I told her we were doing this prompt and we were going to talk a little bit about Coachella. She was like, Val, do you remember when I went to use the porta potty and I put my bag in the urinal because I didn't know what it was?
I love you, Maggie.
I was like, what? No. She used it as a purse rest. It was just a piss hole.
She was like, this is where my purse
This is obviously where the purses go.
Clearly. Oh my God, I love her.
Okay, I'm going to read Bum Rush for Amy.
Okay.
One of my favorite Coachella memories is walking up to the entrance, pre-wristbands, holding 10 water bottles, asking the ticket scanner where to collect my free bottle of water, and perfectly timing dropping them everywhere to get my 2 buddies in for free, and then seeing Amy Winehouse. That sounds like a dream.
What a dream. Like, what a treasure. Like, I love that because Amy Winehouse was such a fucking legend.
She's a vibe.
She just kind of got in her own way a little too much.
Yeah.
But you know what? R.I.P. Amy Winehouse. And lucky you.
Yeah.
Like, for
got to see the queen.
Gotta see it, the queen.
All right. We are so out of time.
We are.
So we're going to pop on over to the Patreon and do a quick one over there. We probably won't even get to all of the stories, but we're going to get to like at least 4. At least 4.
We'll do
we're
4.
We're doing a joint Patreon. Part of the stories are going to be from last week's episode because we needed to do a redo. So it's going to be first and last responders. And then half of it's going to be for today's prompt. And I'm going to, on the Patreon, you guys, I really want you to see this episode. So I'm going to make it free for the first 2 weeks. So go over there, join, watch the episode before you have to pay to watch it.
Yeah.
Okay. And it'll kind of give you a little taste of what's over there. And the prompt for next week is going to be bad exes. And then the prompt after that, I think, is going to be animal rescue. So I want to give you guys enough time to do both.
Yeah.
Just in case you watch this episode a little later than you should. You should be watching it every Monday.
I'm super excited for bad exes.
So am I. We have a lot already because we'll always post the prompts on Instagram first.
Yeah.
We already have, I don't know, a handful. So get them in and we'll read the best ones because we might run out of time to read all of them.
Okay.
So follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, YouTube, Spotify. Email us at tfmohotandtalking@gmail.com. And we love you.
We love you.
Talking.